Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya 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 Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivardhari Jaya Girivardhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivardhari Jaya Girivardhari Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Jaya Girivardhari Jaya Girivardhari Jaya Yasoda Nandana Jaya Vraja Jana Ranjana Jaya Yasoda Nandana Jaya Vraja Jana Ranjana Jaya Yasoda Nandana Jaya Vraja Jana Ranjana Jaya Nandana Jaya Vraja Jana Ranjana Jaya Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Kunja Bihari 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 Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Jaya Girivardhari Jaya Girivardhari Jaya Gopijana Jaya Girivardhari Jaya Girivardhari Jaya Yasoda Nandana Jaya Vraja Jana Ranjana Jaya Yasoda Nandana Jaya Vraja Jana Ranjana Jaya Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktivedanta Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktivedanta Bhaktivedanta. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Govinda Jai Jai, Gopala Jai Jai, Govinda Jai Jai, Gopala Jai Jai, Radha Ramana Hari, Govinda Jai Jai, Radha Ramana Hari, Govinda Jai Jai, Govinda Jai Jai, Gopala Jai Jai, Govinda Jai Jai, Gopala Jai Jai, Radha Ramana Hari, Govinda Jai Jai, Radha Ramana Hari, Govinda Jai Jai, Gauranitai Jaya, 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 Jagannath, Jai Jagannath, Jai Baladevo, Jai Subhadra, Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath, Jai Baladevo, Jai Subhadra, Jai Jagannath Swami, Jai Jagannath, Jai Baladeva, Jai Subhadra, Jai Jagannath Swami, Jai Jagannath, Jai Baladeva, Jai Subhadra, Radha Vallabha, Radha Vallabha Shri Radhe, Jaya 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 Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Shri Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Jaya Shri Radhe, Jaya Narasimha Dev, 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 Narasimha Dev, Narasimha Dev, Jaya Narasimha Dev, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, 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 Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Gurudeva, 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 Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Gurudev ki jai, Grantara Śrīmad Bhāgavatam ki jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanasalakaya Sakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Katamahyam Dhatati Swapatantikam. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Vanchakalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim yatkrupatamaham vande Shri Gurum Dhinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamutirayet. Shinvatam Swakata Krishna Punyashravana Kirtanam Hridayantasto hi abhadrani vidunoti suhrutsataham. Nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya. Bhagavati uttama sloke bhaktir bhavati naishtiki. Hare Krishna. Reading from Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, Canto 8, Chapter 3. The title of the chapter is Gajendra's Prayers of Surrender. Text number 29. Nayam Veda Swam Atmano Ya Chaktyaham Diya Hatam Tam Dhuratyaya Mahatmya Bhagavantam Itosmi Aham. Nayam Veda Swam Atmanam Nayam Veda Swam Atmanam Yakshaktyaham Diyahatam Yakshaktyaham Diyahatam Tam Dhuratyaya Mahatmya Tam Dhuratya Mahatmya Bhagavantam Itosmi Aham Bhagavantam Itosmi Aham. Nayam Veda Swamatmano Yakshaktyaham Diyahato Tam Dhuratyaya Mahatmya Bhagavantam Itosmi Aham. Nayam Veda Swamatmano Yakshaktyaham Diyahato Tam Dhuratyaya Mahatmya Bhagavantam Itosmi Aham. Nayam Veda Samvatmanam Yakshaktyaham Diyahatam Tam Dhuratyaya Mahatmya Bhagavantam Itosmi Aham. Yashakthyaham diyahatam tam duratyaya mahatmyam Bhagavantam itosmi aham Nayam veda swamatmano Yashakthyaham diyahatam Tam duratyaya mahatmyam Bhagavantam itosmi aham Nayam veda samatmano Yashakthyaham diyahatam Tam duratyaya mahatmyam Bhagavantam itosmi aham Nayam veda samatmano Yashakthyaham diyahato Tam duratyaya mahatmyam Bhagavantam itosmi aham Nayam veda swamatmano Yashakthyaham diyahato Tam duratyaya mahatmyam Bhagavantam itosmi aham Not I am people in general. Veda, no. Swam, own. Atmanam, identity. Yet Saktya, by whose influence? Aham, I am independent. Dhiya, by this intelligence. Hatam, defeated or covered. Tam, unto him. Dhuratyaya, difficult to understand. Mahatmyam, whose glories. Bhagavantam, of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Ita, taking shelter. Asmi aham, I am. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, by whose illusory energy the Jiva, who is part and parcel of God, forgets his real identity because of the bodily concept of life. I take shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, whose glories are difficult to understand. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. As stated in Bhagavad Gita, every living entity, regardless of whether be the human, demigod, animal, bird, bee, or whatever, is part and parcel of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Lord and the living entity are intimately related like father and son. Unfortunately, because of material contact, the living entity forgets this and wants to enjoy the material world independently according to his own plan. This illusion, Maya, is very difficult to surmount. Maya covers the living entity because of his willingness to forget the Supreme Personality of Godhead and make his own plan to enjoy this material world. As long as this contamination continues, the conditioned soul will be unable to understand his real identity and will perpetually continue under illusion, life after life. Ato graha kshetra sutapta vidhir janasya mohoyam aham mameti. Śrīmad Bhāgavatam 5.5.8. As long as the living entity is not enlightened so that he may understand his real position, he will be attracted to materialistic life, to house, to country or field, to society, sons, family, community, bank balance, and so on. Covered by all this, he will continue to think, I am this body and everything related to this body is mine. This materialistic conception of life is extremely difficult to surmount. But one who surrenders unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, as did Gajendra, the king of the elephants, comes to enlightenment on the Brahman platform. Brahmabhuta prasannatma na sochati na kankshati samasarveshu bhuteshu madbhaktim labhate param. One who is transcendently situated at once realizes the Supreme Brahman and becomes fully joyful. He never laments or nor desires to have anything. He is equally disposed toward all living entities. In that state, he attains pure devotional service unto me. Śrīmad Bhāgavatam 18.54. Since a devotee is completely on the Brahman platform, he is not jealous of any other living entity. Sama sarveshu bhuteshu. So we continue the prayers of Gajendra. These prayers are very wonderful, and we get a lot of insight how to pray and what to pray. So here in this particular verse, he is saying, I offered my respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, by whose illusory energy the Jiva, who is part and parcel of God, forgets his real identity because of the bodily concept of life. So Srila Prabhupada quotes, as stated in Bhagavad Gita, every living entity, regardless of whether he be human, demigod, animal, bird, bee, or whatever, is part and parcel of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, does anyone remember where Krishna says that we are part and parcel of Supreme Personality of Godhead? Just if you know, otherwise we will discuss that. Anyway, if you happen to remember, that's good. Okay, so no problem, because this is like Krishna says in the 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Mamai Vamso Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana Manasashtani Indriyani Prakriti-sthani Karshati. So this is so I'll just instead of paraphrasing something, I will read the exact translation. The living entities in this conditional world are my eternal fragmental parts. Due to conditioned life, they are struggling very hard with these six senses, which include the mind. So this is the position of the living entity. The living entity is a part and parcel of Krishna. It's a very, very wonderful position, very great position, because this is like Krishna says we have a material nature, the superior nature, inferior nature. We belong to the superior nature. Apareyam itastvanvam prakritim vidhime param jiva bhuta mahabaho yayetam dharyate jagat. In the 7th chapter, where we are mentioning of Krishna, Lord Krishna is mentioning about we belong to the superior nature. But the problem is when the superior nature, when it gets distracted, when you just want, then it comes to this. Krishna is like has many expansions. Krishna has expansions. This is like a Vishnu Tattva. All the Swams, all the Vishnu Tattvas are Krishna's expansions. And we call Vibhinnamsa also. We are also Krishna's expansion, one sense. We are also Krishna. But we are not Krishna. We should not mistakenly think that we are also Krishna. We are also Krishna's expansion. We are called Vibhinnamsa. We are separated living entities. And we are kind of marginal. So the marginal means we have a tendency to go this side, tendency to go that side. The cat on the wall. You can, whichever way it can go. So that is our nature. Our nature is like that. So if we can use this independence, Krishna has given the independence for all of us, because that is the fundamental building block of this living entity. Because if the free will is not given, there is no difference between the jada. Like if you keep the table here, after maybe 100 years you come, the table will be there. There should be a living entity has to come and move the table, then only they will move. Otherwise it will be like this only. Same, but this is like Krishna has given the free will, and we are very simple. Krishna, if you give the free will, if you can use this free will, then we can stay with Krishna very happily. If you don't want to use this, if you misuse this free will, then we have to come back to this material world. Go through this punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani, jatare sayanam. This cycle, and then as and when you realize, okay, I'm wasting my time here. There is nothing much I am accomplishing here. Then you come to that understanding, then you come back to God. Until that time, Krishna stays with us as a Paramatma, the living entity. So what a kindness and greatness actually. Because if somebody doesn't listen, you please listen to me, otherwise you get lost. No? This is the material world. No? Like you give some advice or something, you give it. Okay, you listen, my way or highway. Just get lost. I don't want to hear about you. But Krishna, He has given everything. He has provided everything. Still, if the living entity has the free will to revolt against Him, still Krishna is not completely abandoning him. It's like same like a father. Prabhupada says in the relationship between, what Prabhupada says here, the Lord and the living entity are intimately related like father and the son. Father and the son, mother and the daughter, mother and son. Like all this is like when you say father, mother is also included. No? Mother should not think that only father. Because this is sarva yonishu kaunteya murtayah sambhavantiyah tasam brahma mahat yonir aham bija pradapita. He is the seed giving father and he is concerned. He is really concerned. It's not like a concern in the material sense. He is very concerned about this living entity loitering in this material world. When this living entity is going to turn its face towards him and then make his way back home, back to God, Krishna is very interested. Our interest is only very little only. But Krishna's interest is so much. That's why things are moving actually. Our interest for going back home, back to Godhead is very, very limited. Very limited. Very now and then little bit of inspiration comes. Most of the time perspiration only. Because just little inspiration comes, then immediately Krishna fans this inspiration, whatever that things. That's why sometimes we feel very enthusiastic after the kirtan, after the sankirtan, after book distribution, prasadam distribution, we feel very, very enthusiastic. Krishna gives this. Krishna makes the arrangement. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. Actually, Krishna says everything in Bhagavad Gita. We don't have to go anywhere else actually. I give the knowledge. Dadami buddhi yoham tam yenamam upayantita. I give you the knowledge. By that knowledge you can come back to me. But Krishna puts one condition on. Tesham satata yuktanam. You have to think about him. So this is what the whole Bhagavad Gita, Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, all the process is like that only. So here, Prabhupada says here, the Lord and the living entity are intimately related like father and son. Unfortunately, because of the material contact, the living entity forgets this and wants to enjoy the material world independently according to his own plan. He has his plan. God has his plan. So this is like a, there is, during the Christmas, there's the churches, they also have very nice philosophy. I used to, while we were driving, in the church there used to be a slogan, like God has you in his plan. Do you have God in your plan? So they're asking God, because sometimes God has you in his plan. But do you have God in your plan? Because this is our problem. Because God has given all this, charted out the whole thing, chalked out the master plan, how you can live here, how you can comfortably live and continue existing and then go back home, back to God. But the problem is you have to put God also in your plan. It's not like God has put in his plan. We have included us, but we have to include him also in his plan, in our plan. So that way we can cooperate. This is we are cooperators actually. We are not enjoyer. We are not master. We are cooperator. By just cooperation, then with the Lord, then we both enjoy. Srila Prabhupada gives the famous example of you just water the root of the tree. When you root of the tree you water, the whole tree gets nourished. You don't have to go and find each and every leaf, every twig, every shrub, everything you don't have to water. Just a root, then automatically energy goes. Same Prabhupada says, when you put the food in the stomach, then automatically the whole body gets. You don't have to go and put a hand in the food everywhere. No need to do that. Just to put in the stomach and everything gets, the whole body gets nourished. Same way, Achyutebhya. When you worship Achyuta, when you worship Krishna, when you surrender to Krishna, automatically your enjoyment is automatically included in that. Because our worry is, if Krishna keeps on enjoying, then what am I going to do? This is a big problem. Like sometimes, even people, sometimes they worship the deities. They think there is so many pastimes there, where the deity eats also. Deity eats anyway, because it's not that our eating and Krishna's eating is different. Krishna can eat just looking at that also. But if somebody insists, like the Acharya, there is, what is his name? Yeah? Raghunandan Thakur, there is another Acharya also in Alarnath temple, there is another Acharya, sweet rice. There laddu, here sweet rice. So they just, father had to go away. And then father said to the son, okay, now Raghunandan, you please offer. So Raghunandan is a simple boy, like he doesn't know all the mantras, tantra, he knows only thing. Father goes and keeps the laddu, whatever sweet rice, and then rings the bell. And then he thought, the Lord is going to eat. The Lord didn't eat. Nothing happened. Then he came back. Oh, Lord, why the laddu is here? You are supposed to eat. My father asked me to offer to you. You are supposed to eat. He started crying. The children, they don't have any kalmasha. Like there is no kind of duplicity in the heart. They gave. My father has said, offer to him. Why this person is not eating? So he said, no, you eat. He prayed very intensely. So intensely he prayed, the Lord was forced. Okay, Lord has to come. And he started eating. So then father came back. Raghunandan, where is Mahaprasad? Mahaprasad, already finished. Lord already ate. Then they knew that Raghunandan is not a tricky boy. So then maybe the next time also same thing happened. So one day, Raghunandan, see, father, he didn't go anywhere. He just said, today you only offer, I have to go somewhere. He didn't have to go anywhere. So he just was hiding behind the curtain. The food is getting offered, and then Lord is eating the laddu. And just immediately he comes out, and then Lord Krishna stops eating. No, I'm not going to. Because he didn't have faith. He didn't have faith that Lord can eat. So we have to, this is the whole idea. Because sometimes when you have so much devotion, and Lord is coming there eating. Now also he is eating. It's not that he's not eating, he is eating also. But if your love is so much, then he will eat. The whole plate can be empty. But he is very merciful. No? He is not like that type of person. So our enjoyment is automatically included his enjoyment. Because when Krishna eats, then 9 o'clock, we honor prasadam. So this is, if you understand that that's why the whole part and parcel, so it is already included. The enjoyment of Krishna is, when he enjoys, automatically our enjoyment is also part of his enjoyment actually. So that is why we have to be convinced about that. Yes, when Krishna enjoys, then automatically, and he gives. Yasmin tushte, jagat tushte, not only 1 or 2%. Just by Krishna is pleased, the whole universe is pleased actually. When Draupadi Maharani offered this, she was in difficulty. So the Durvasa Muni and 60,000, all the disciples, and came that they have difficulty. So, but Krishna just had one small, whatever speck of something, some food, whatever leaf, something he just put in his mouth. That's it. The whole thing, everybody was completely full. They are all just like saying, oh, how we are going to face Yudhishthira Maharaj now. He would have made a big feast, and then now we are not able to honor. They all went away actually. So this is Krishna. So we should never think that if I just please Krishna, that means somebody else will be displeased. In the material world it happens actually. Material world it happens. But all the devatas, all the other living entity, everybody is very happy. Actually devatas are very happy. If somebody is worshipping Krishna and offering Krishna prasad to the dev, they are very happy. Because we don't know our constitutional position. They know. I am Surya, I am Chandra, I am Vayu, I am Agni, I am this, I am that, whatever may be, I am in that position because Krishna has ordained me to be in that particular position and conduct the whole material affairs actually. Krishna doesn't need any help, but the living entity has a desire to do something for the Lord. So Lord, okay, you have that, okay, you do this, you do this, you do this. Krishna has given different departments. Like when you're in a government, there are different ministers, finance minister, land minister, agriculture minister, this minister, that minister. So same way, Krishna has given these different portfolios to different people. So if you please Krishna, then automatically all these people get pleased. Sometimes we find variations. Like Indradev, sometimes he gets upset. Oh, you are not doing the offering to me. So he gets upset, and then Krishna comes and teaches some lesson and then fixes him up. So this happens every now and then, because they are also living entities, like a jiva. They are jiva tattva. We have to understand. That's why here it is mentioned, by whose illusory energy the jiva, who is part and parcel of God, forgets his real identity because of the bodily concept of life. So then Srila Prabhupada continues, as long as this contamination continues, the conditioned soul will be unable to understand his real identity and will perpetually continue under illusion, life after life. So this human form of life, we can make a solution. This is a better option, because in the other sections, very difficult actually. You go through the law of karma, whatever. See, a tiger is eating a goat. Whether the tiger will get a karma or not? Huh? Okay? No? Why? Tiger is eating a goat. Whether the tiger will get karma? Why? I'm asking why. Huh? Nature. Yeah, jivo jivasya jivanam. The one living entity is the food for another living entity. But what living entity you are eating, that is important actually. So that is, yeah, tiger eating a goat, that is not a problem. No, human being just eating a goat, that is not your ahara. You may say, who are you? Who are you to tell that it is you are not your ahara? Because this is our material world, this nature is, everything is revolt. Immediately, yeah, oh, who are you? Who are you thinking that goat is not my... Okay, then you eat goat. Then the doctor sahab will tell all these different problems. You will get that one, that. He will give a big list. And then after that you will find out, oh, this is not meant for our human intestine. See, this is our problem. Shastra gives something and you don't want to accept that. And then the doctor will say something and then, from now onwards I should avoid red meat, that meat. So give different philosophy, they will give different interpretation, they will give. This is our problem. Because Shastra gives, that means Shastra Pramana. So we don't have to question that, we don't have to do big research. Like this is our problem. Already research has been done. Everything, all the rishis, all the sages, all the acharyas have done the research. They have given the fruit. Now you have to eat this only. Etan nirvidya mananam ichchatam akuto bayam yoginam nripanirnitam Hare nama anukirtanam. All the yogis, all the jnanis, they have concluded there is nothing beyond Harinam Sankirtan. That's it. If you do that, your life will be successful. You don't have to go this way, karma kanda, jnana kanda, that kanda, dit kanda. All these things are not needed. But we lack our faith. Okay, so let me do this also, let me do this also, let me do this also. No need of that. But Krishna says, if you can do that, then you will come back to me. So Prabhupada says that famous sloka from Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, I'll just, Ato grihashyeta sutapta vitim, I'll just read this. In Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, 5th canto, there is Rishabhadev's teachings to his sons, 100 sons. Pumsastriya maituna bhavam eta tayor mito hridaya grantim aho ato grihakshetra sutapta vitir janasya mohoyam aham mameti. Srila Prabhupada quotes the last two lines here. So translation, this is 5.5.8. The attraction between male and female is the basic principle of material existence. On the basis of this misconception, which ties together the hearts of the male and female, one becomes attracted to his body, home, property, children, relatives, and wealth. In this way, one increases life's illusion and thinks in terms I and mine. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Sex serves the natural attraction between man and woman, and when they are married, the relationship becomes more involved. Due to the entangling relationship between man and woman, there is a sense of illusion whereby one thinks, this man is my husband, or this woman is my wife. This is called Hridaya Granthi, the hard knot in the heart. This knot is very difficult to undo, even though a man and woman separate either for the principle of varnashrama or simply to get a divorce. In any case, the man always thinks of the woman and the woman always thinks of the man. Thus, a person becomes materially attached to family, property, and children, although all of these are temporary. The possessor unfortunately identifies with this property and wealth. Sometimes, even after renunciation, one becomes attached to the temple. Temple or few things surrender unto constitute the property of a sannyasi, but such attachment is now so strong as a family attachment. This attachment to the family is the strongest illusion. So this is, somebody reads this, they will come, So because here we should understand this is a materialistic family life actually, Graha Medhi life. It's not like a Grahastha. Krishna is the center of the family. Okay, so that is what it's mentioned in that purport. Srila Prabhupada says, this knot is very difficult to undo, even though a man and woman separate. So sometimes separation comes also. So now the whole idea here mentioned is like if somebody's whole life is dedicated in the service of the Lord, the husband, wife, both of them work together. So it is said like it's mentioned like the wife is subservient to the husband. Sometimes people get very irritated. Oh, I'm not subservient to anyone. But it's not like the husband is subservient to the Guru is subservient to Krishna. So like if you look at that angle, that way there is no question of exploitation. Because it's not, we should not think that the exploitative mood, not that mood. Because yes, the Guru is very powerful, but he is not independent also. Guru is dependent on Krishna. And the husband is dependent on the Guru, and the wife, children, everybody is so dependent on the husband. So that way, he is a responsibility of the husband to look after the whole family. So if that is there, then we don't have to worry about it. Prabhupada says in the 13th chapter purport, if a family is engaged in this Krishna consciousness, doing all these activities, there is no need to take sannyas. There is no need to take sannyas, because already what are you going to do as a sannyasi? Same thing you are going to do as a grahastha. Sometimes when a grahastha, certain places you can go. Sannyasis may not be able to go. So you have a better proposition, a better propensity. You can go and preach to these people. If you are wearing a saffron robe or a sannyasi thing, some people may not come to you. But even you just go normal, like when devotees go on a Sankirtan, normal book distribution, they just go on the normal clothes sometimes. So then you can easily talk to them, people, and they can also relate to that. Like it's very important. The people see like as if I am sitting in a big the royal V. Like when sometimes we say royal V, then we give some bhashan, some people may not be attracted to that. We have to come to that level. Whatever level they are in, how we can give them the next level. See, we are in point one level, so from how to take them to the next level. Finally, they can go to Krishna. So this is our mood. We should preach like that. So Prabhupada continues that in that sloka. Sorry, as long as the living entity is not enlightened so that he may understand his real position, he will be attracted to the materialistic life, to house, country or field, to society, son, family, community, bank balance, etc. So that is why Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Mama Maya Dhuratyaya. There is a Dhuratyaya coming in this sloka also. What is Dhuratyaya? Dhuratyaya. What is Dhuratyaya? I mean difficult actually. Krishna says also in Bhagavad Gita, I'll just read the exact translation. Daivi heshu gunamayi mama maya dhuratyaya mamevaye prapadyante maya metam tarantite. The divine energy of mind, consisting of the three modes of material nature, is difficult to overcome, but those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross beyond it. So the formula, how we can cross this, the difficult energy is, somebody has surrendered to Krishna, then he can easily cross beyond that. That is the secret, how we can cross. So then the Krishna says, Srila Prabhupada says in that purport, Krishna being the Lord of the illusory energy can order this insurmountable energy to release the conditioned soul. He orders this release out of his causeless mercy on the surrendered soul and out of his parental affection for the living entity who is originally beloved son of the Lord. So this is Krishna's mercy. So if somebody is surrendering to Krishna, Krishna takes notice of that. It's not that, okay, somebody surrendered to Krishna, Krishna completely ignores and he goes away. No. You take one step, Krishna takes 100 steps, 1,000 steps actually. Our step is like a very, very minuscule only, little bit only. But Krishna immediately catches us. Immediately catches us and then tries to give association, tries to give prasadam, tries to give this, give that, so much encouragement. Krishna immediately gives everything. Why? So that the living entity can increase his desire and come back to him. That is Krishna's interest actually. That is why Krishna is very, very favorable to devotees. Why? Because the devotees are doing this work. Krishna wanted all the living entities come back to Godhead, and the devotee is working very hard, somehow distribute prasadam, distribute books, distribute paraphernalia. This way, so they are in the good books of Krishna. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, last chapter, he says, Ya itam paramam guhyam mad bhakteshu abhidasyati bhaktimayi param krutva mame vaishyasi asamshaya. A person who tries to distribute this knowledge, not distributing the knowledge in many ways. You distribute the book also, distributing the knowledge. You're giving knowledge in terms of what you read and what you understand, that also you explain. That is also distributing knowledge. If you don't have anything, at least you can sponsor something. Like so many things we can do. See, that is why opportunities are there for everyone. So if we can do that, Krishna says, there is no servant more dear to him. We become very, very dear to Krishna because of engaging in the same. Because Krishna's mood is how to reclaim everyone. The same way we also. That is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also says, especially the human, especially those who have taken birth in this Bharata Varsha. See, Bharata Bhumite Manushi Janma Hoilaja, Janma Sartha Kari Karo Paropakar. This is the best to Paropakar. Paropakar means help. What kind of help? You can open hospital, open school, open this, open that, ambulance, everything you can do. But the best thing of Paropakar is giving the person an opportunity. He does not have to come back again into this material world. This is the greatest welfare work actually. Once you come back, only then all other problems start. No? All your hospital, your disease, all these things will come once you come back only. No? If you don't even have to come back here, then where is the position of all these things? Actually? No need. So that is why we have to, this process. Sometimes people, what are you doing? What guys you are doing? Sometimes people ask, no? You just chant in the street and you give something. No, that is not it actually. That is one of the aspects here. The main thing is, it gives you the formula, gives you a plan, gives you a kind of master plan by which you don't have to come back again to this material world and go through the again birth, again death, again disease, again old age. So this type of things, you don't have to do that. So that option Krishna has given us actually. So that's why in that sloka, divine energy of mind, yes, even Krishna admits that. Krishna doesn't say that, oh, Maya, nothing, you can cross it. No, it does not like that. The divine energy of mind is very, three modes is difficult to overcome. Krishna says that. Not for Krishna, for us actually. But those who have surrendered to him, he can easily cross beyond it. This is a secret Krishna gives in the how we can surrender to Krishna. So sometimes people may wonder, what is this? Again and again you are talking about surrender. Gajendra also talking, sir, I was surrender. What is surrender? What do you mean by surrender? No? It's not like one fine morning you get up and then you get out of the bed, oh, now I am surrendered to Krishna. Is it works like that? Or how does it work? You know? So I was just looking some of the definitions, how the surrendering process. Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, actually it's interesting, anything you want to refer Bhagavad Gita, answer is already given. We don't have to scratch our brain what to do. But only thing is we have to know where to find it actually. That is the only thing we have to learn. So in the 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita is a very nice sloka. Nirmana moha jita sanga dosha adhyatma nitya vinivritta kama dvandair vimuktva sukha dukkha samgai gachanti amudha padamavyayam tat. Translation. Those who are free from false prestige, illusion and false association, who understand the eternal, who are done with material lust, who are freed from the dualities of happiness and distress, and who, unbewildered, know how to surrender unto the Supreme Person attained to the eternal kingdom. So this sloka is giving a general formula what is involved in surrender. So because surrender is a very simple term. Surrender, you have to surrender to the Lord. But how the surrender works, that is explained here. So Prabhupada says the surrendering process is described here very nicely. The first qualification is that one should not be deluded by pride. Because the conditioned soul is puffed up, thinking himself the Lord of the material nature, it is very difficult for him to surrender unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is the biggest problem. Very proud. I am very proud. Then very difficult to surrender actually. Actually the process of Krishna consciousness is very easy for a simple mind. It's very difficult for a crooked mind. If you are very, very complicated, your duplicity, all this, then Krishna consciousness will not have much attraction for you. Because why? Because this process is for simple-minded. If you are simple-minded, the process will work like a charm. But if you have a lot of this thing and a lot of tricky things, and you think that I can trick Krishna, I can find some loophole here, loophole there, loophole here, I can just adjust here, adjust there, then it will not work actually. Then you will find it very difficult actually. So Prabhupada says in that purport, when one is free from delusion caused by pride, he can begin the process of surrender. For one who is always expecting some honor in this material world, it is not possible to surrender to the Supreme Person. Pride is due to illusion. For although one comes here, stays for a brief time and then goes away, he has the foolish notion that he is the Lord of the world. Most of the people think like that. But it is not. We are so many times we are given so much of difficulty. He has the foolish notion that he is the Lord of the world. He thus makes all things complicated and he is always in trouble. The whole world moves under the impression people are considering the land, this earth is belong to human society, and they have divided the land under the false impression they are their properties. So this is like this is a situation. But now how the surrender works. So, and also Sanatana Goswami gives a very simple formula. How we can surrender? Anukulyasya sankalpa. We have heard this many times. What is anukulyasya sankalpa? Anukulyasya sankalpa. We have heard that, correct? Anukulyasya sankalpa, pratikulyasya varjana. Anukulyasya sankalpa. Anything favorable, you accept it. Sankalpa means accept it. Sankalpa. You take a sankalpa. Make a sankalpa means you make a vow. Anukulyasya sankalpa. Anything favorable, you accept it. Pratikulyasya varjanam. Varjanam means give it up. Anything unfavorable, give it up. Because this is in the Hari Bhakti Vilas it is mentioned, Anukulyasya sankalpa, pratikulyasya varjanam, rakshisyati iti viswaso, goptrutve varanam tata, atma nikshepa karpanye, sadviti saranagati. The 6 divisions of surrender are the acceptance of those things favorable to devotional service, the rejection of unfavorable things, the conviction that Krishna will give all protection, the acceptance of the Lord as one's guardian or master, full self-surrender and utter humility. Hari Bhakti Vilas 11.417. So the Hari Bhakti Vilas, Sanatana Goswami says, surrender is how the surrender works. Because anukulyasya sankalpam. So we just want to accept anything favorable to Krishna consciousness, favorable to devotional service, we accept that. And some of the things, and we are not favorable. It is not favorable to devotional service, we have to reject them. Even though I may like it. I may like that particular thing very much, but it is not going to be favorable, then we have to reject it. Rakshisyati iti viswaso. We have to have a firm conviction, Krishna will protect me. Krishna will protect. Krishna is our only protector. There are other protectors are there. Your insurance there, your bank balance there, your credit card, debit card, all these things will protect. To some degree it will protect. But when a situation, sometimes we find prime ministers are passing away, presidents are passing away, getting killed. They have everything at their disposal. They have everything. Big people, how they are passing away? If their money can protect them, why can't the money can't protect them then? They have so many things at their disposal, because that's why money cannot protect all the time. Sometimes it may protect, but ultimately, if Krishna can protect, if Krishna decides, there's a famous Rakhe Krishna Mare Kaun, Mare Krishna Rakhe Kaun. Because when Ravana, the Ramayana, Ravana was about to be killed. At that time, Mother Parvati is asking Lord Shiva, my dear Lord, this Ravana is your great devotee. He is in difficulty. Why can't you help him? So Lord Shiva said, this is like now Lord Ramachandra Murthy has come in the form, the human being. He is about to kill. Nobody can do anything. The same way, Hiranyakashipu wanted to kill Prahlad. Did all the circus, all the permutation, all combination he did, but he could not even touch Prahlad, because this is Krishna wanted to protect him. Rakhe Krishna Mare Kaun. If Krishna wants to protect somebody, nobody can protect him. And Krishna wants to kill somebody, nobody can do anything about that. So this is, so rakshisyati iti viswaso, because we have to have the viswas. No? We have to, yes, Krishna, you are my only. Other protectors are there, doctors are there, nurses are there, this is there, that is there. They are not the real protectors. They may get angry. If I tell a doctor that you are not my real protector, then they may get, but the real doctor will, actually I have seen one doctor, na? He said, yeah, I am a doctor, but I have my limitations. I can give medication, I can do surgery, everything I can do, but ultimately God only can help you, because this is not under, because that is a real doctor. Real scientist means, yes, I am manipulating matter, I am doing this, I am doing that, but ultimately this is controlled by the Lord. If you understand that, that type of scientist is needed actually. Not like an atheistic fellow, not like an atheistic, oh, where is God, show me God. All these type of fellows will not work actually. So surrender, and then it says here, rejection of the unfavorable things, the conviction that Krishna will give all protection, the acceptance of the Lord as one's guardian or master. This is, Krishna is a guardian, he is a master, and full self-surrender and utter humility. The humility is, so if you look at this, here also that humility is needed, because here Prabhupada says in one of the places, real identity. Okay, not here. So, surrender is the last teaching and conclusion of Sambandha Gyan. Person who study the science of Krishna's relationship with his energies must come to the grips with the reality that they are Krishna's very tiny, insignificant servants. We are all very tiny. That's why Krishna is called Vibhu. We are called Anu. Krishna is called Vibhu, we are called Anu. We are very, very minute. Very minute independence is there. So we use that independence properly in the service of the Lord. Then we finish our business here. And here Gajendra is making a very interesting statement. I take shelter of the Supreme Personality of God, whose glories are difficult to understand. Because most of the, see, like many times we have become a fan of cricket player or that musician, this one. Nobody is by birth they are a cricket fan or something. By just keep on hearing, by keep on seeing. Same way, that's why we have to have the habit of hearing about Krishna. When you hear about Krishna, then you naturally develop some attraction. So Krishna says in the 7th chapter, Mat Shrunu, through Tat Shrunu. So you hear, by hearing process only, you can develop some attraction towards anyone. Because otherwise, if you just talk about some personality, you never heard, and then you will not have any attraction. If you don't have any attraction, how can you have any relationship with any person? Actually? So this whole thing starts from hearing only. That is why, and hearing about Krishna, Śrīmad Bhāgavatam is the best. Shinvatam swakata Krishna punya sravana kirtanam hridayantastohi abhadrani vidunoti suhrutsatam. When I hear about Krishna, all the unwanted things in the heart, kama, krodha, lobha, big list is there. It's all sitting there. Not with all the cholesterol, this, that is also sitting. But that is a little bit okay. Easily you take some medication that you can whatever dilute it or thinner, whatever you can thin. But all this is lust, anger, greed, those things are sitting. That is very difficult actually. So for that the medicine is Shinvatam swakata Krishna punya shravana kirtanam hridayantasto hi abhadrani vidunoti suhrutsanam. So that way we can hear that. So it's mentioned in the Arjuna is asking in the Bhagavad Gita 10th chapter called Vibhuti Yoga. Vibhuti Yoga means opulence of the absolute. Okay. So here Krishna is asking, Arjuna is asking, in what forms I can understand you? So Krishna gives all these things. Krishna gives, okay, I am the Vedas, I am this, and of the shark, and different personalities. Finally, he concludes in the end of 10th chapter. It's very interesting. He says, Nantosmi mama divyanam vibhudinam parantapa yesha uddeshata prokto vibhutir vishtaro maya. O mighty conqueror of enemies, there is no end to my divine manifestation. What I have spoken to you is but a mere indication of my infinite opulences. So he said, after whole opulences, he said, this is only a mere indication only. Just it's like a, what is it? Tip of the iceberg. This is a tip of the iceberg. This is the tip of the iceberg. The whole thing is underneath. You are just only seeing tip of the iceberg only. Same way Krishna says, and he concludes that saying, Yadyat vibhuti matsattvam Śrīmad urjitam evava tattat eva gachatvam mama tejomsa sambhava. Know that all opulent, beautiful and glorious creations spring from but a spark of my splendor. So this is all coming from Krishna's splendor. All the opulence, sometimes when we also go to mountain, we go to the forest, we here, go there, that mountain, this mountain, we see, we like that beauty so much, natural beauty, but we fail to understand, not we, but the materialistic people, devotees, no problem, wherever they can go. They can go to Mount Buller, they can go to that Buller, this Buller, that climbing, that, no problem, because wherever they go about Krishna. They think, when they think the ice, when they think the mountain, oh, it's such a wonderful Krishna has made. So you acknowledge the proprietor. So there's no problem. Say, Krishna has kindly given everything. That's it. That is, the whole prayer is that only. Krishna has given everything. Krishna has given prasadam. Krishna has given the sunshine. Krishna has given the moonshine. Everything you understand, then there is no problem at all. You are completely, this world will not create any problem for you. If you think, I have created everything, I am doing my thing, everything, the whole universe is revolving because of me. If you think, then there is a problem actually. It's all happening by Krishna's will. So then there is no problem. And Krishna is asking Arjuna in the last section, he's saying, but what need is there, Arjuna, for all this detailed knowledge? With a single fragment of myself, I pervade and support this entire universe. Krishna says, I just single fragment. Krishna enters as a super soul in everywhere, and then just single fragment of myself, I completely pervade and support the entire universe. Prabhupada says in the purport, the Supreme Lord is represented throughout the entire material universe by his entering into all things as super soul. The Lord here tells Arjuna that there is no point in understanding how things exist in their separate opulence and grandeur. Yes, it's good to understand, but in separate existence. There is nothing like a separate existence other than Krishna. It's all Krishna's kripa, Krishna's opulence actually. Then if you understand, then there is no problem. So that is why Arjuna, Gajendra is saying, I take shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, whose glories are difficult to understand. Yeah, the glories of understanding Krishna is very difficult, but if you are understanding Krishna, like in the case of the Yagic Brahmanas in the Krishna Leela, the Yagic Brahmanas, they understood the Vedas, they understand the Purana, everything they understood. But when Krishna and Balram came, so give you something to eat. No, we are making sacrifice here. We don't give anything to you. But Krishna said, you now go and ask the mothers, like the wives of the Brahmana. The Brahmana's wives, they are very, very simple-hearted. They can, hey, Krishna and Balram has come. Okay, immediately bring everything. Whatever the offering we did, everything you gave it to Krishna. So then understood. Then the Yagic Brahmanas, after that, they are saying, hell with all this knowledge, hell with all of that. Because we didn't understand when the Supreme Personality of Godhead comes in front of us, give me something, and we could not recognize him. So that is why we have to keep our thing very simple and follow the instructions given, because that is why the wonderful prayers like Kunti Maharani prayer, Gajendra prayers, Bhishmadev prayers, Lord Shiva's prayers and Prachetas, all these different prayers are there. So these things has instilled some kind of revolution in our mind. Yes, all these great personalities have lived. It's not like, and not only that, we don't have to go to the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, like Srila Prabhupada. He just dependent on Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, Bhagavad Gita, went, just 40-50 rupees in hand. You can't even just one meal only, you can't have it. Just he went, and how he could do the whole. So today we are sitting and discussing the Bhagavatam temple, all the wonderful worship. Just Prabhupada started. He had so much faith actually, so much faith in the knowledge, the Bhagavad Gita, in the teachings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, teachings of Lord Krishna, Bhagavatam, that he took. No, so much is achieved actually. So, yeah, sometimes people ask, oh, you are all giving old example, 1,000 a year, 10,000 a year, million year example. Where is anything new? Yes, new. Now also happening. By Prabhupada's mercy, people are coming. So much people are coming. So much people are coming. So much distribution of prasadam, so much distribution of book. How it is happening? We are instruments only. We should never think that, now, okay, I have become a big dada, now I can do anything. No. Krishna has allowed us to do this. Krishna has allowed us to do. So Krishna has using as an instrument actually. Krishna is using as an instrument to perform certain things. Krishna has already decided actually. The Mahabharata, Krishna says, I have already killed everyone. Arjuna, now you pick up your bow and arrow, you shoot, things will happen whatever way you are thinking. So our duty is like we become an instrument in the hands of Krishna. So that way we will fulfill the desire of Krishna, and also that will be pleasing to the Guru, pleasing to the Prabhupada, and then our spiritual life will be very, very solid. So I'll stop here. If there is any questions or comments or any additional points, please pass the microphones.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. I have a question. You mentioned we are parts and parcel of Krishna.
Yeah.
And then we also hear that we are same in quality but different in quantity.
Quantity, yes.
With Krishna. But like all living beings, like we have our own personalities and then like
yes.
different qualities and different abilities. Like, is that all like material conception, like the personalities that we have and the qualities? And the second part is like, we also hear that we have our own unique relationship with Krishna in the spiritual world, but then the characteristic of the soul is described as Satchit Ananda. Like there's no like qualities or like personalities in there on the Satchit Ananda. Like how do we understand?
Also qualities. See, okay. First question. First question was, well, yeah, this is like sorry, say that again. First question.
Yeah, the personalities we have, different personalities and different qualities.
Personality, yes. See, we have all our greatest quality is like the ideal quality is like a Jivera Swarupa Krishna Nitya Das. That is our real identity is we are servants of Krishna. Okay, but that is a very required quality. But other qualities you may have, any quality which you can do in the service of Krishna. So you may have one personality, you may be a cook, you may be a singer, you may be a distributor, you may be something. So whatever personality, whatever your talents you may have, you can use it in Krishna service. So that is good, that is not a problem. That having a personality itself is not a problem, because you can have any activity, any kind of specialization, anything whatever you have, that can be used in. So that is why intelligence means whatever I have, if I can use it in the service of the Lord, then that is the greatest achievement of one devotee went to Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada, I want to go and study Ayurveda. Why do you want to study Ayurveda? So I can read and study Ayurveda and I can cure all these people who have problems. Prabhupada said, don't waste time. You go and preach to the Ayurvedic doctor, so then he will do all the things automatically. So Prabhupada, look at his thinking, like you have to go and study 5 years, what is the need? You go and preach to the person, Ayurvedic doctor, then he will look after all these things. Same way, that is why we have to, preaching is not a very static. Preaching is sometimes people say dynamic, preaching is not dynamic, preaching ecstatic. Static, ecstatic. Because you have to, depending on the time, place and circumstance, what to say, what not to say, that is more important. Sometimes what to say and sometimes what not to say, that is also important. So you can use this personality in this Krishna service. Coming back to the Satchitananda Vigraha, yes, Satchit Ananda. Because we are also Satchitananda. Sat is eternal, Chit is knowledge, Ananda is bliss. Okay. So yeah, this is like these things are exhibited. It's not like Satchitananda means you sit in one corner of the room and just like sit a Satchitananda. No, activities are also there. We have activities. We have Kirtan, we have Bhajan, we have Prasadam, we have dancing, so many, like Janmashtami is coming up. So many activities, so many drama, so many things they are doing, children program, that because it's full of activities. And I said, spiritual world, it's just like a walking is like a dancing, like a talking is like all like a big music. So that is the way. So the personality is there. Satchitananda means it's not completely dull, everybody sits one corner and then just sits there and not do anything. So much activity, vibrant actually. All these things are there in the spiritual. Is it okay? Anything else? Yeah, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you for the nice class. Prabhu, you mentioned that we should serve like Lord Krishna with the love and devotion. So I would like to ask, when serving like Radha Vallabha, should we keep the main objective, that serving Radha Vallabha and serving their devotees without worrying about going back to Godhead, or should we aspire for like this?
No need to aspire. That is Krishna. Back to God, and there also will be doing the similar activities only. It's not like except this, all this, the envy, greed, what are some of the characteristics of the material world will be absent. When Srimati Radharani, I was listening to a lecture, because if somebody is, because here the material world there is envious nature is there. Okay, you have done this way. No, but if somebody is serving Krishna nicely, Srimati Radharani said, you go and serve, you are better server, so you better. See, because there is so much, this is Vaikuntha consciousness. Vaikuntha consciousness or Gaurava consciousness, they are not worried, oh, this person has already served, this has become the top ladder. No, there is nothing like a top or bottom. Because everybody is serving Krishna, and Krishna sees the quality of serving. Yes. So, yeah, it's accepting. And sometimes Srimati Radharani says, everybody knows Srimati Radharani is a great devotee, but Srimati Radharani says, you go and serve. See, she sends somebody else, you serve. So there is no kind of enmity or some grudge, you did this time, do. No, not like that. You just always do that. Because that way, so that is so the devotee's mood is not thinking, going back to God will automatically happen. Krishna says that in Bhagavad Gita. I will make all the arrangement. This is like asamshaya. Dadami buddhi yoham tam yenamam upayantite. Krishna says so much, he says, we don't have to worry. Yes, but the bottom of the heart we have to always remember, I don't want again come back to this material world for material enjoyment. But you come back to this world and serving the Guru, serving the mission of Srila Prabhupada, you can come, no problem. That way it will not affect you. For example, a cholera patient, you go to a place where cholera is infected. What you are supposed to do? Just now we had COVID. If you go to a place where cholera is there, what we should do first? You are a doctor. Yeah, that's it. You got all 100 points actually. Because before you go and you help somewhere, you have to inoculate yourself. You have to protect yourself. Same way, if you come to this material world, then first we have to have this vaccination or inoculation. Yes. So then this material world will not create any problem. So if you come just like I come here, then the next 2 days you will get infected, and you will be asked, and somebody else will serve you. So the best thing is yes, we should not. That is all the devotees. Acharyas. Kita janma hoy jata tuada. Even if I take birth as a worm, I don't mind. It's a very high, very elevated position. We don't want to imitate that. But they say even if I take birth as a worm, I don't know why. Because I will be in the home of a devotee, so some prasadam, reverence will get something. That is fine. That's the understanding.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Guru Sri Juta Padakamalam Sri Gurum Vaishnavamsham Sri Rupam